Our decision desk is also now confident that both Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden will not meet that 15% threshold in either congressional district or statewide, and as a result, that they will be shut out of pledged delegates in the state of New Hampshire tonight.
All right, Steve Kornacki, thank you. Andrea Mitchell, who is alongside Chris Matthews in our Manchester bureau, has fresh reporting on something, Andrea, you and I talked about in the 11 o'clock hour last night, which was kind of a sad plot line to all those in the circle of Joe Biden and involved in the campaign.
Indeed, and people inside the Biden campaign are trying to be as optimistic as they can, talking about South Carolina, where, you know, he went tonight, leaving precipitously, very quickly from New Hampshire. But now they saw the handwriting here that he was not going to get a single delegate out of New Hampshire, as we've just been reporting from our decision desk. It's remarkably grim also for Elizabeth Warren, and they're trying to say, well, it's even worse for her than it is for us, because she is the neighbor from Massachusetts and she doesn't have a viable alternative. They can at least say they still have hopes of relying on that African-American vote in South Carolina, despite the shock just in the last 24 hours of seeing Mike Bloomberg get this big surge in African-American support in the Quinnipiac national poll to the disadvantage of Joe Biden. Exactly. Bloomberg going up 22 points and Biden going down by exactly the same amount. So they are obviously not happy with these results, but they still say that they have a narrative if they can squeak it out in South Carolina. If they cannot in South Carolina, they said, especially this one advisor I just spoke to, that's another story.
Is this about winning the nomination to run against President Trump, or is this about saving his pride?
Well, this is about becoming the nominee. And if you don't become the nominee, there is no pride for Joe Biden. For the former sitting vice president, 8-year vice president, who got into this race late and agonized over getting into it, perhaps too late, but did not show the kind of fire. And what we're also seeing is a lot of dissatisfaction with his performance on this job.
The thing that I have really been struck with, and it's bothered me personally because I've tried to get interviews with him, his campaign and he, the candidate, decided not to do a single Sunday television program. All the most important ways to reach millions of people, lead the news that week, and they chose not until this Sunday, when they finally agreed to do one of the programs. What, did they think that was a smart strategy?
I think that they sheltered him way too much. There's going to be a lot of after-action reporting on this, but the bottom line is Joe Biden did not do well here, and there's a lot of explaining to do.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.